Welcome to Create Together. I'm Kim, and I'm an art instructor at Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art. For today's project, we will explore relief printing and learn how to recreate an image together. We'll get started by looking at an artwork in the Crystal Bridges Permanent Collection for inspiration. So gather around and get ready to join me in your own collaborative studio.
Today we are inspired by an artist named George Tsutakawa. Let's take a moment to look closely at his artwork. Notice how the different lines show where the floor, walls, and ceiling are. Where do you think the people in this image are? What sounds might you hear in this scene? This is an example of what is called a relief print. Relief printing is a type of printmaking where an artist creates an image by carving lines onto a block or plate made of materials such as wood, metal, or styrofoam. Ink is then rolled onto the block or plate before paper is pressed on top to make a print. For this image, George Tsutakawa carved a block of linoleum to portray his fellow workers in an Alaskan fish cannery. Think of a time where you worked in a group to complete a task. What were the challenges of working together? How did you feel after you completed the task? Today, I'll be showing you how to make a collaborative relief print with your group. You can pause this video or scroll back to any step if you need to. For this project, you will need, from the kit, color cardstock, white styrofoam sheets, a blue styrofoam tray, a brayer, and black printing ink. And you'll need a couple of materials from home, such as a ruler, a pair of scissors, and a pencil. Alright, let's get started. As a group, choose one place you all like going to, such as your home, a library, a park, a museum, any place you can think of. Draw the image of the place you would like to recreate together. After drawing your image, divide the image into sections based on the number of people in your group using a pencil and ruler. Cut the image on the lines drawn. Each member of your group can pick a section to work on. Trace and cut each styrofoam sheet to fit each divided section of your image. Make sure they line up by placing the styrofoam sheet on top of the divided section of your drawing. Try recreating the lines and shapes you see in the section you have chosen. Carve them into the white styrofoam sheet with a pencil. Any words or letters will need to be carved backwards, since the finished print will be a mirror image of your styrofoam design. Add more lines to your styrofoam carving to show movement, texture, and light. Alright, now we're getting to the printing process. Squeeze black printing ink onto a blue styrofoam tray. Use a brayer to evenly spread the ink out on the tray until you hear a sizzling sound. Might sound similar to something like bacon frying in a pan. When your brayer starts making that sizzling sound, roll the ink onto your styrofoam sheet. Carefully place your styrofoam sheet on top of a sheet of color cardstock. Flip the cardstock and styrofoam sheet over. This will be the backside of your print. Press down on the cardstock and rub with your fingertips. Your fingertips might have some ink on them. That's totally okay. It's all part of the printing process. Peel off the cardstock from the styrofoam sheet to see your print. Repeat the last few steps to complete your project as a group. You and your group can print on the same sheet of cardstock, or you can each print on different sheets. When you have finished printing, wash the ink off your styrofoam sheet, blue tray, and brayer in a sink. You don't necessarily need soap, but you can use it if you'd like. You mostly need water. When your prints have dried, place them in a group to see how they look together. Notice how each print can look different from another. For example, you can see here my green print looks different from my pink print. On the green print, I actually printed one of my styrofoam plates backwards. But that's okay. All these prints are kind of unique in their own way. You may even notice that the lines from the original drawing that were transferred onto individual styrofoam sheets don't match up in the final prints. That's okay. It kind of shows your handiwork from each person in your group.
We have now completed our collaborative relief prints. You can place these in a frame and put them anywhere in your home. Feel free to further explore this project by making relief prints of anything you feel inspired by, such as people or animals. Take a photo or two of your prints and post them on social media, the hashtag CreateTogetherKit. Thanks for joining me, all. See you next time.
If you want to see more prints, take a look at Waddy White's Ganymede. How do the lines in Ganymede look compared to the lines in Longshore Union Bay? What story does Ganymede tell? How is this story different from Longshore Union Bay? Talk about these questions with your group, and feel free to explore more printmaking